We are in the final stretch right now to talk about building an organization and building a team. And over the last, now I've been in this industry over the last now over 13 years. And I can tell you in the last 13 years, I personally have recruited and brought in. I was thinking about yesterday. I said, how many people have I recruited over 13 years personally myself? And I've recruited over 267 people personally in my career that I brought in. And so I have some experience in explaining this and bringing individuals in my organization and personally recruiting people. So because essentially that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a distribution. We're trying to build distribution points all over the United States, all over the world, so we can then have a big business, right? We're not just selling the franchise. We're not just selling hamburgers, right? If we're metaphorically speaking. One thing is, if we only focus on selling hamburgers, we're selling a product that we're only limited to how many hamburgers we can sell. If we only sell the franchise and there's no hamburgers being sold, then we're limited and there's no volume, there's no income. So it works collectively, works combined. You got to do both at the same time. So I'm going to go over some strategies. And at the very end, I'm going to show you two systems that I use that have worked effectively and work every time. They have been proven. None of this have I come up with myself. This has been information that has been passed down by top marketers and eventually have been perfected and evolutionized. And now in our times, we can adapt and we can then apply it to start having results. So let's go ahead and go over this information. Let me go ahead and share my screen really quick. I'm gonna fly through this. Stay with me. In fact, by the way, let's do this. And for those of you that are at home right now, go ahead and give me a little neck roll. Let's go ahead and create some movement. Let's go ahead and move to the side, move to the left, stretch. Motion creates emotion. We want to focus and we want to take notes during this time. And we want to be extremely focused with intention and purpose in us building this business. If we're going to dedicate this time right now to training, and we're going to dedicate this time right now us growing, and so we can push forward our business, what you have to do, you got to make sure that you are focused, you have an intention of why you're here right now. So we're going to dedicate this time. You're here already, so let's go ahead and pull from this time. All right, here we go. Here's the first thing I want you to share with you. The first thing is the only thing that makes your business move is you moving your business. It's daily activity. It's you on a daily method of operation. Every single day, have a focused intention in moving forward with your business. That has to be focused every single day. Your daily method of operation, and the way that I've learned is that you have to schedule it. You have to put it, you have to time block, and every single day time block time for drumming up new business, for acquiring new customers, for acquiring new prospects, and acquiring new business partners. It has to be on a daily schedule. Let me tell you, you know your work schedule, don't you? If you have a job, you know your job schedule. But do you know your business schedule, your personal? You know the schedule that you're going to make somebody else wealthy. Do you know your schedule that you're going to make yourself wealthy? It has to be scheduled. Now, when you're looking for people, you got to look, right? That said Matthew 7:7, seek and you shall find. One of my favorite philosophers that I follow, I have a big book of him, is Rumi. Rumi says, what you seek is seeking you. So you got to be out there with a mindset that you're seeking for business partners and you're seeking for good people. You see, every successful organization in the world is always recruiting. One of the first things that one of the things that I hear about this industry, people like, people say, oh, I just don't like recruiting. Here's the reality. Every business is recruiting. Anybody that says I'm not good at recruiting, first of all, don't ever make that affirmation with yourself. Make an affirmation, I'm getting better at recruiting. That's a better affirmation than just saying I'm not good at recruiting. But every organization is always recruiting. That's just building a business. Apple's recruiting. The U.S. Army, they're all building a business. I remember Michael An reminded us what Elon Musk he was quoted just a few months back, where they asked Elon Musk, the wealthiest man in the world, they asked him, hey, what recommendation do you give to motivate aspiring entrepreneurs? He said, if you need motivation, you should not become an entrepreneur. You don't do it. He said, if you need motivation, don't do it, because you got it. It's a decision. You make a decision and you move forward from there. And part of building an organization or building a business, any business, is finding good people to recruit into your organization, into your project, into your business, so you can move forward into a vision. Okay, that's just part of it. Be okay with it, accept it, and let's move forward with this. Okay, here's some of the sources that you're gonna find some in your network. Okay, warm market. Okay, that's just gonna happen. Your warm market referrals, your people's list, cold market, social media. But my favorite, and I just put in, is anyone you have had a pleasant conversation with. Anyone you have had a pleasant conversation with goes on the list. If you say hi, good morning to someone, that person to me qualifies to go on my list. Anyone. I mean, I'm talking about anyone, because what I'm looking for the right type of mindset. I don't know that. My mentor said to me, David, recruit mindset, but you train skills. But you're looking for people with the right type of mindset. Let me give you just a snapshot of this. Okay, snapshot. I look for entrepreneurs. I look for professionals, salespeople, people that have a thick skin, people that can take rejection. People, fitness trainers are good, right? They know people with strong why, networkers, go-getters, people with a track record. That's a big one, by the way. If you know somebody with a track record of success, you know, they're following success principles that they can apply in this business and still have results. People that have a work ethic, people with personal power, people with positive personality, people that know everybody, successful but not satisfied. That's a good one too. Maybe they're successful in their career, but they're not satisfied where they're at in life. People that are open-minded, people that are teachable, has go-getters, that like business, and many others. Okay, so this is just a snapshot for you to go out there and look into this. Okay, but here it is. When you're creating your list, there's two types of circles you're gonna go. There's gonna be the inner circle, and there's gonna be your outer circle. Your inner circle is very simple. Your close families, close friends, people you influence, your best friends, the I love you group, right? The I owe you group, you owe me, you know, those type of people. So you're gonna find those people. But can I tell you, I recruited a lot, all my family, all my close friends. And essentially, when I started another project, they were like, David, what are you doing now? That kind of deal. You know what I mean? So when I got wealthy, was the outer circle, was distant relatives, distant friends. I remember I recruited a friend. Get this, just to give you a perspective. I recruited a friend that I had not talked to in 18 years. I saw him out and about, and I just recognized him. I said, hey, how's it going? Remember me? We saw each other. I invited him out to lunch, recruited him. Distant friends, hadn't talked to him in 18 years. So you can go back 18 years and start recruiting people. I'm telling you, I want to expand your mindset, because a lot of people say, oh, I just don't know anybody. No. You know thousands of people. You have started thousands upon thousands of conversations over the last many years you've been alive. Thousands of conversations. And there have been pleasant conversations, haven't they? A lot of them. If it's a pleasant conversation, you qualify to go on my list. New people, you know, right? Facial recognition, people you recognize on social media, ex-co-workers, ex-classmates, all these people. This is the list that made me wealthy when I first started, when I first started really going. This first list was great, but the list that I expanded upon, and then it became kind of crazy, and I started recruiting hundreds of people. It was the list on the right-hand side. Now get this. You have to make a list of 100 plus. You have to. You just, whatever it takes, you have to. And I just show you a way to expand your mind. You cannot just go in your inner circle. Your inner circle is going to be 10, 20 people. Your outer circle, there's thousands of people. Thousands of people. You got to make a list of 100 plus in order for this to really work and for you to be able to build, because somebody has to do it. Here's the reality. You're here to create momentum. Momentum is created through massive exposure in a condensed length of time. Okay, you cannot do that with 20 people. You cannot do that with 10 people. If you have a list of 20 people and 5 people tell you no, you're freaking out already, because 25% of your list already said no. For 10 people tell you no, 50% of your list is gone. You're like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. It psychologically messes with you. But when you have a list of 100 plus people, I mean, literally, I sit down again yesterday, making a list. I put a list of 162 people I still haven't talked to, and I've been in the industry for 13 years, and I just put a list of 162 people I still haven't talked to. How is that even possible? It's possible because all I did, I said, if I have a pleasant conversation with you, that qualifies you for me to talk to you about the business. I'm going to show you exactly what to say to those people, but you got to make a list of 100 plus people, no matter what. Make a commitment today that today you're going to make a list of 100 plus people. You're not going to prejudge, okay? Show your team your list. Your team will become very motivated when they see it, when they see you leading by example. Keep growing your list. Keep adding to your list. Keep building relationship. Get referrals. Never prejudge. The people you think will won't. The people you think won't will. I never prejudge. You can pre-qualify, but you don't prejudge people, okay? Here's the rule number one. Rule number one in building a team and recruiting it to your cause is that people will be more impressed by your authenticity and the height of your enthusiasm than the depth of your knowledge. Authenticity matters today because you want to be transparent with this. I'm going to show you just a couple of things, but here's the thing: people are afraid, and but the reality is this: projection is perception. People say, "Well, David, I have not had success before." Doesn't matter. People's perception of you is what you project. So, what are you projecting? What are you deciding? People's reality of you is what you decide. Man, if I show you my entire past, I have friends here that know me. I was a dancer. There's dancers don't have any business being in business. If you're a dancer, there's no. But that's what it is. All we did is, we shook our tail feathers for make money, and we move our hands up and down. That makes no. How is it that a dancer for many years, can go out there and build a big business? Because I decided what the perception of me was going to be. I made that decision, and I decided I was going to be a top entrepreneur, and I was going to have this mindset. Now, when you're going out there, remember this. Let me tell you a couple of things. Professionals sort, amateurs convince. We're not here to convince anybody. We're here to sort. We're sorting through people. That's why you want a big list. Sometimes about timing about your list. That's what it is, right? It's all about timing. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person. This is a theme that keeps repeating. I love that, so I will keep continue this. And Mr. Ulysses Gonzalez said it did a great job in mindset. Some will, some won't, some wait. So what's next? That's your attitude. Now here it is. The more you say, the more they judge. The less you say, the less they judge. Let's talk about this because I want to give you language. Language is important, and you want to train yourself to be a professional in this industry. It's all about being a 30-second commercial, and let the movie be the presentation. Let the movie be the webinar. But you are just a 30-second commercial. Can I tell you something? When you are a 30-second commercial, it remains duplicatable. Because people, get this, all right, write this down right now. I'm about to give you a piece of gold right now that changed my career. In fact, literally, I went from recruiting almost nobody to recruiting hundreds of people when I understood this. Get this, okay. People don't say no to a business. People say no to what they have to do after they say yes. Let me repeat that one more time. People don't say no to $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month. Everybody wants to make that money. People say no to what they have to do after they say yes. People say no to like, hey, yes, I want to make that money, but wait a minute, David, what do I have to do for that $20,000 a month? That's what people are saying no to. So if you show this in a way that is complicated, if you show this in a way that it's just like, it's too much, it's too time consuming, people will say, you know what, great business, it'll be good for you, but not for me. So you have to make it very simple and very duplicatable, and it starts by just being a 30-second commercial, and let a tool, a webinar, a video be the movie and the exposure, maybe even your leader being the movie and the exposure to the business. This is key. Okay, let me teach you some words and mastering your language, okay? You don't want to say the word opportunity, Okay, instead of opportunity, you want to say project. You don't want, remember this, this industry is very old. There's a lot of negative speculations behind it. So you got to be smarter than the industry. And the way you do this by mastering your language. Opportunity, don't say that, you say project. I just joined, no, we don't join. We are launching. A meeting, no, there's no meeting. A business overview. A seminar, no, no seminar. Business training. A speaker, I want to know, a business mentor. An upline, no upline. A business partner. This is the language that creates a better experience in the minds of other people. So stay away from these words and replace them with these words, okay? Okay, let's talk about a direct approach for warm market. This is just for your warm market, okay? Direct approach. We're approaching directly. Here it is. Let's say if I'm reaching out to John, I say, hey, John, what are you doing at 7 o'clock tomorrow night? I'm working on a huge project in the technology and virtual reality space that will be launching in June with some very influential people. But before it launches, I need to share this with you. And obviously, this was the launch. But you can say launching in March, launching in whatever month, okay? I want to share this with you. This is just warm market. This is just people that you know, warm market, very, very simple approach to working on that. This is very, very simple to share. Here's the next one, okay? This is an indirect approach. I love this approach because this approach works for people that are very successful and that you're maybe afraid to reaching out because they're more successful than you. But I'm going to show you a couple of things. But get this. You say, hey, John, I'm looking to launch a business with some very influential people. And I've always respected your business mindset. You've been a mentor of mine from afar for a long time now. Could you do me a favor and give me your opinion on this project? Because if you give me the green light, I'm going to go all in on this. But I need your stamp of approval. Now, someone like that, it doesn't matter how successful they are. People love to, they love to feel like they're important. Everybody, in fact, there's a book called How to Influence and Influence Over People by Dale Carnegie. He says in this book, the number one feeling of individuals in understanding human psychology is that everyone loves to feel important. They want to feel value and they want to feel important. And this right here, this approach helps you when you're approaching those people, helps you approach those individuals in a way that, hey, makes them feel very important, which is true. You look up to them, right? You don't want to lie. But yeah, so use that individual use this script as a way to reaching out. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you is a little more advanced, and it's not going to be something you use on a conversation on the phone. This is more of the next script that I'm going to show you is a voice text script. Today, let's face it, man. We don't answer the phones. If most people don't answer the phone unless the number's saved. Can we agree on that? That if an unknown number, you're like you look at it, you look at your phone, you're like, I'll just wait till it goes to voicemail and see who it is, right? We all do that. Every single one of us does. And if you're not locked in my phone, I'm gonna get back to you. So most people don't, and even then, most people just prefer text messages. So I'm gonna give you a simple way to reaching out to people, especially people that you haven't talked to in a long, long time, but you had a pleasant conversation with them 5 years ago, 20 years ago, doesn't matter. I just reached out to someone literally yesterday. I reached out to someone that I haven't talked to in 13 years. 13 years. And I'm gonna share with you what I sent and what she said. She sent back to me, she said, David, thank you for reaching out. I'm interested, send me some information. But I'm gonna show you exactly what I did. Check this out. So first thing I do is you send them a voice. In fact, let me stop sharing this for a second because I want to get everybody's attention on this. Okay. And by the way, I know we went over. If you got to go, you got to go. But I mean, this is being recorded. You can catch it later. But this is what I'm going to give you works. Check this out. You send a message. Let's say I'm reaching out to Sandra. I send, hey Sandra, how's it going? It's been a minute. That's just a text message that I send either to social. This could be social media. messages. This could be Instagram. This could be Facebook. This could be text message. Doesn't matter. The first thing I do is, how you doing? Now, I don't wait for a response from Sandra. Immediately, I get on a voice messaging. Now, if you have Android, you have to record it to send to a text message. If it's on social media like Facebook or Instagram, all you have to do is hold a button down and leave them and start talking. Now, what are you gonna say during that? I'm gonna give it to you right now. So here it is. Here's what you will say when you do that. Here we go. Now, I want to give you another thing, is that you have to practice this. You cannot just the first time do it. You got to practice it. You got to practice when to pause, when to look forward. Again, it's a little more advanced, but you got to pause and practice it. Practice, practice, practice. Here's what I will say. I will say, if I'm reaching out to John, I will say, hey, and now I'm leaving a voice text, and I want you to take a screenshot of this, everybody. Voice text, here we go. I'm saying, hey, John, I'm working on a business project with some very successful entrepreneur expanding a technology distribution company from South Korea and Japan. The company's having tremendous success marketing the latest of virtual reality technology and virtual reality e-commerce. This is in collaboration with $2 billion tech companies, TCL and Sony. TCL just got done being featured in CES. They blew everybody's mind away. And Sony just had their most successful product launch yet with PS5. Their next big project is wearable VR glasses that look like the coolest sunglasses you ever seen. But they are VR glasses. John, I pause. I have exclusive rights to this product, and I'm going to do. This is going to be the next big thing, and we're bringing it to this tech to the U.S. I want to invite you over my house tomorrow. I'm having a few key people over to explain the business plan, because we can partake on some huge profits. It's going to be at 7 o'clock my time, and I want you over my house. This is a voice text. And let me tell you, all like this, I told the truth. We're expanding a company here. We're bringing the technology to companies. We're giving them, we have exclusive rights to this technology. Nobody else can market the glasses, and we're gonna bring it here. And we are gonna partake some huge profits. This right here is a voice text that I leave. Now, it requires practice. You have to read it over and over again. And then and here's what the beautiful thing about voice text messages is, by the way. A voice text message, if you mess up, guess what? If you mess up, you can delete it. And you can do it again. And again and again and again until you feel comfortable doing it. I can even tell you, even when I was sending voice messages the last couple of days, I messed up myself. Guess what? I just swagged to the left and it was deleted, and I tried it again. A couple of times I just said the wrong name. I was like, oh, damn it, I went the wrong way. So it's okay. But you got it. This right here is just it's a more advanced, like I said, but you can practice it. And you can easily just read this. Read it, practice it, and start leaving voice messages. Or you send a text message first and immediately follow up with this. And something I also do, like let's say, because I started getting a bunch of response out of this, but something I say also at the very end, like if you feel awkward because you haven't talked to them in 20 years or whatever, this lady that I haven't talked to in 13 years, I said, her name was Katie. I said, hey, Katie, it's going to be tomorrow at 7 o'clock in my place. Katie, I just want you to know, either way, it's okay. I'm excited about this. But I want you to know that, I'm just happy that you're doing great. I see your Facebook and I see how happy you are. I'm so happy for you. But either way, let's stay in contact. And I take the pressure off. You know what I mean? I take the pressure off. And before you know it, my inbox right now, it's like I have too many people to talk to. There's too many of them out there when you explain something so simple. Now get this, when you're having a presentation at home, for example, you got it. And really, this is hotel meeting too, but we're not having hotel meetings right now. But at home, you want to dress the part. You want to play upbeat music before and after. Keep the mood upbeat. Start on time, end on time. You want to socialize. Introduce guests to all the business partners. No apologize for no show. Sit through the business overview. Be engaging. Don't interrupt the presenter. Don't distraction, right? I have a cute puppy. I put my puppy away. Room cold, warm room puts people to sleep, and have fun. It's all about having fun. Okay. At the end of a presentation, when people show up to a meeting, I ask the closing question. Hey, what do you like best? Hey, do you see an opportunity for yourself? Very, very simple. I ask those questions, and immediately they're excited about, and I can gauge where they're at. You have to ask the closing questions. Don't ask, hey, what do you think? Don't ask, that's not the question. You go towards, hey, what did you like best about what we just saw? Hey, do you see an opportunity for yourself? Great. Let me show you what we're doing. All right, let me show you how to overcome objections. Then I'm going to show you a quick system that I use that kind of ties everything together. Okay, stay with me right here. Moving towards certainty from uncertainty. Feel found. Everybody has felt that, has heard that before. I'm sure if you haven't, it's a great way to get people and know people you're empathizing with them, that you know how they feel. Say, hey, I know how you feel. I feel the same way, but here's what I found. Felt found. I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but here's what I found. Let me give you the objections that you're gonna get. Here's the objections. Okay, I like to tackle things in the beginning. Okay, I want to think about it. And for example, I'd be like, hey, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. I thought that I wanted to think about it, but when I first saw it, I mean, what do I need to think about? Think about why I want to make more money, or why I want to expand in business. What exactly do I need to think about? I need to do more research. Man, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. I will send you all the research that we have on this, all the videos you have. But I want you to know that Sony and TCL did incredible research on our company before they partnered up with us. I'm not good at sales. Man, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. I thought that, you know what, when I first saw it, I was thinking to myself, man, I'm not good at sales. But the reality is, this is marketing, not sales. Sales is more knocking doors. Marketing is the girl that has the tray, is giving samples, and people come to them. So they come to us. This is marketing, not sell. It's not for me. Well, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. I thought it wasn't for me, but then I started thinking about it. I was like, hey, what's not for me? Making more money is not for me. Being financially free is not for me. How much is it? Hey, I know how you feel. First thing I was asking is how much was it? But the right question I needed to ask was, how much money can I make out of this? What's the profit margins that I can bring out of this? MLM, those MLM things, they're saturated. Everybody's doing one thing. Man, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. I thought that MLM was saturated, but the reality is, I see that every single day people are turning 18. So there's more and more people coming into the world, and more people are looking for opportunity. And today, more than ever, is the best time to market opportunity, with over hundreds of thousands of businesses that close. There's hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs that are looking for their next big business project. I don't have any friends. Oh man, I feel bad for you. No, don't say that. I say, I don't have any friends. Man, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. But what I found is this company, man, they have mentors that taught me how to go out there and make friends and build a business and still be very successful. I don't have time. I'm too busy. Man, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. I thought that I was too busy. I thought that I didn't have time. But then I found that this business has a system of that you can build this business around your schedule and the cracks of your schedule and still build a huge income. Is this like Amway? Man, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. I thought this was like Amway. But when I looked at this, I say, man, Amway's over 70, almost 70 years old. They've been around forever. Everybody knows about that company. Nobody knows about this yet, which is why I'm reaching out to you first. I don't have any money. Man, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. I didn't have money when I first saw this. That's exactly why I'm calling you, because I'm tired of being broke, and I know you're tired of being broke. Is this a pyramid? Man, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. I thought this looked like a pyramid, but when I looked at this, man, I saw that every company out there is in form of a pyramid. Starbucks is a pyramid. Who makes the most money, the CEO or the barista? The CEO. And what are the chances the barista ever becoming the CEO of Starbucks? Slim to none. So the guy in the top is making all the money. The guy in the bottom is getting screwed. And the guy in the bottom has zero shot at ever becoming the guy in the top. That's a pyramid deal to me. The only difference here is that you can start at the bottom and you can build your way to the top by building by your own effort and your own customer base. And if you still don't believe me, everything's a pyramid. Our government's a pyramid. Look at the back of a dollar bill. What do you see? A big pyramid with a big pyramid eye staring back at you. And some things are just too obvious. How much do you make? Man, how much do I make doesn't matter because the bank won't let you cash my checks. So what matters is how much we can make together. And let me show you the compensation plan, what we can do together. I'm not interested. Man, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. I thought I wasn't interested, but I figured, hey, I need to see this before I know what I'm not interested in. Because you haven't seen it yet. So how do you know you're not interested? You don't know yet. This sounds too good to be true. Man, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. I thought this was like too good to be true when I first saw it. But then I started thinking about it. It's like, wait a minute, Mark Zuckerberg being the youngest billionaire at 24, that's a too good to be true story. Michael Jordan flunking his high school basketball team, becoming the greatest basketball player that ever lived, that's a too good to be true story. So too good to be good stories to be true are real. They're happening out there because people created, and me and you can create our own story. Let's go out there and let's get rich. So these are some of the objections you're gonna get. So in closing, let me tell you this. All right, in closing, we're gonna follow. There's two systems here that you're gonna have to follow. Remember the rule. The rule for duplication and building a big business is that people don't say no to network marketing. They don't say no to business. They don't say no to $10,000 a month. People say no to what they have to do after they say yes. So if you build systematically, you show this in a way that systematically, people will say yes because they feel they can do it. So there's two systems here, and I hope you guys can see. Okay, right here. I'm gonna show two systems here. System A, and let's go with system B. You guys can see that? I think you guys can see that. Let me see. Oh, good. Okay, you can see it. So system A would be, and I'm gonna go this real quick. System A is peak interest, right? Or slash which is the same thing as inviting. Peak. It goes into a video. There's usually about 3-minute video. We all have that our 3-minute video that we know how to find it, right? If you don't know how to find it, get with your upline. Make sure to send you the 3-minute video. Then live presentation, and this could be a Zoom, or this could be a live, or this could be a Zoom or home meeting, what we call PBR, private business reception, and then it goes into a follow-up. Follow-up or slash close. Very simple. Your job is to pique interest. That's your job. That's it. Your job is to pique interest. Send the video to someone afterwards. Then after that, automatically we're inviting them to a presentation. So again, let's say I'm inviting Sandra. I would say, hey, Sandra, I'm leaving a voicemail because that's how I like to invite these days. I say, hey, Sandra, listen, I'm reaching out to you because I'm going back into business. I found a company from Korea, South Korea, and Japan that's expanding the latest virtual reality technology and virtual e-commerce. Man, they're incredible. They're partnering up with Sony and TCL, launching an incredible product. Sony just had an amazing launch with the PS5. TCL was just featured in CES, and they have the amazing technology. And Sandra, I have exclusive rights for this technology to bring it to the United States with some of the most influential and successful people. Now, tonight at 7 o'clock, I'm having a few key people over my house to go over the business plan because we can partake some huge profits. And I thought of you. I know you're in real estate. I know you're doing your insurance. I know you're an artist. I know you're whatever career they have. I know you're doing that, but man, we can build this on a part-time basis. It's gonna be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. I don't know what you're doing, but I want you to be there because this is huge. All right, I just send the invitation, right? By the way, how do I do that? How do I say that? Because I practiced it. Because I said it so many times. That's why. Guess who can do that? Anybody can. So then I say, Sandra, I'm gonna send you a quick video. She says, yeah, Dave, it's exciting. Like, yeah, I'll be there. I'm gonna send you a quick video so you can just check out some information. I have her in the live presentation, and then right there, I follow up. Now, that's system A. System B is this, is peak interest, which is inviting, right? Invite. Goes into a sending a video. Why do I send videos? Because I want tools. The more tools you have, the more duplicatable they have. The more people think they have to talk, the less likely they are of doing, because they're like, you know what, Dave, you're too good at this. There's no way I could ever do that. But if I'm letting a video do the work for me, everybody can copy paste, right? So I'm sending the video. From the video, I'm going into a three-way call, setting up a three-way call or Zoom with my upline support. From there, three-way call, the three-way call goes into a presentation, because the three-way call usually is just to pique further interest. So your upline can invite them to a presentation, and then it goes into a follow-up / close. And this is more of a one-on-one. This is something that I have a crowd of people together. So these are the two systems that I will work. And I'm telling you, I've recruited hundreds of people in my career, hundreds. After 267 people that I count, I was like, you know what? I can't even count anymore after that last night. I was like, how many people have I recruited in my career? That's how many people. Anybody can do this, guys. Anybody can build a business. It's about mastering your skill sets. It's about, mastering your skill sets and study. This is a book right here. I study this industry, right? GoPro, Eric Worre, and many other books out there. You want to become a master of your craft. The way you do that is by studying your craft. Did you know that you can make $100,000 a month in this industry? Did you know that you can make $200,000 a month in this industry? Did you know there's people right now in this industry making $800,000 a month, $1 million a month? Now, think about this. What does it take to make $1 million a year in a regular career? If you want to become let's say a brain surgeon, that takes 16, 20 years to become a brain surgeon to make $1 million. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you got to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars to build a business to make that type of income. If you want to be a trader, day trader, that takes thousands of hours for you to be good enough to build $1 million income. Now, we come into this business thinking, I want to get rich, I want to get wealthy, I want to change my life, but you don't want to put in the work that it takes for you to master your craft. That makes no sense. So master your craft. We're here to do something great. What we have in our hands is so special, but you got to master your craft. You got to study the wealth that you're trying to create. The master your craft. That person that brings commitment, persistent consistency to their craft is the person that wins. Vince Lombardi, one of my favorite coaches, he said, the quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence, regardless of the endeavor. Regardless of the endeavor, to their commitment to excellence. Commit to excellence, commit to your craft, and commit to going out there and doing everything that it takes. Thank you very much, guys. Sorry it took so long, but this is going to be recorded, and we'll go ahead and cut it for you guys. But I want you guys to go out there and win and make it happen and win big time, okay? Do your best. Go out there every single day. Go out there and master your language, and master your script, and master everything that we have going on. You guys can win. I'm telling you, anybody can do this. This is a numbers game. He who talks to the most people wins. I'll leave you with this. I spoke to a buddy of mine. My friend had been in the industry for the same amount of time as me, and I was having dinner with him 3 days ago. He's in a different company, but we're still friends. It's okay. And he recruited, get this, he has recruited 800 people over the last 13 years. 800 people, personally, over 800. Because David, I count. That's what gave me the idea to start counting how many people I recruited personally. He's recruited 800 people. You know how he did it? In fact, he recruited more, 800 people in one company. In all his career, over 1,000 people he has recruited. Over easily. I know another company, he recruited 300 persons. You know how he did that? How you recruit 1,100, 1,200 people into your business personally? And that some of you are like, man, I can't even bring one, right? You're like, what the hell, you know? So, but this is how did he do it? He spoke to 10,000. And when you speak to 10,000 people, guess what? You bring in 1,500. You bring in 2,000. That's it. I can put a monkey outside with a sign that says, are you looking for opportunity? And if 10,000 people pass by, there's going to be a few thousand of them that say, okay, what you got going on, monkey? I want to know about this stuff. That's just the reality. Anybody can do that. But the good thing is that we can master our language and we can say the right thing. Practice your craft, guys. Love every single one of you. Let's go out there and make it happen. Let's have this an incredible week. Remember, next week we have our amazing regional training. Our first regional training, and I can't believe I got almost too excited over that. But I want to have it right here. So let me go ahead and do that, and I can show you guys this. We have this right here coming up. You have to make sure that, and the way you promote it is by talking about the reality of things. The reality of things that we have exclusive right on virtual reality technology. The reality of things that we have 2 multi-billion-dollar collaborations to bring this technology. The reality is that you can bring this. Hey, if I'm promoting this regional, it's very simple. Say, I would say to my friend Yuli, I say, hey, Yuli, I have exclusive rights to technology coming from Japan and South Korea by $2 billion companies. And I'm going to send you all the information because I'm launching this project with some very successful people. But a week from today, next Saturday, on the 20th, we're going to have the first virtual training on this technology and how we're going to create $100 million company over the next 13 months with this technology. And really, 10% could be ours. 10% of that could be ours. We can make that happen, but it's going to be this coming up on the 20th, this Saturday. And I'm already promoting for this thing. When you get good at language, it's easy to promote. Every training out there is designed to get you closer to your goal. Every training. So I don't miss trainings. I don't miss none of this because it's important for me to get closer and closer. And by the way, and lastly, I would tell you this. You got to stay close to the fire. If you take, let's say there's a firebomb, and I take one of the woods, just one of the woods, it'll still be on fire, but if I put it on the side, well, you know what's going to happen to that wood? It'll go out. The fire will go out. Now, if I put it back in the fire bong, guess what? That wood's going to catch back on fire again. Some of you are not going to make it because you're separating yourself from the fire. And that makes me sad. That makes me sad to think about that. Don't be that person. Stay within the fire. We have presentations that happen 6 days a week. We have trainings like this that happen 1 day a week. We have regionals that our first regional virtual training is going to happen with Mr. Danny Page is going to be spitting fire, talking about how he built $1 billion organization. This is stay within the fire. If you leave the bonfire, man, you're gonna get cold. It's just you can't. I've never seen anybody succeed leaving the bonfire. You gotta stay within the fire. Stay within the fire and watch. It's only a matter of time when you're gonna reach the level of success you're trying to reach. Have a good day, guys. Love every single one of you. Sorry it took so long, but hey, this is important information for all of us, man. If you're here to build a multi-million-dollar business, you cannot be like, hey, David, I'm gonna give you an hour and then I'm done. No. That's you want me. You just want to make a couple of $100. That's you. And there's nothing wrong with that. We love you. We love you anyway. But for those of you that want to build $1 billion company and really capitalize on virtual reality technology, can I tell you something? You got to go the extra mile. It does not exist. There's nobody that's ever built a business without going the extra mile, without losing sleep, without getting up early and going to sleep late, without missing some family vacation, without putting some hobbies aside. That's just a prerequisite to success. You gotta go the extra mile in your endeavor that you want to make it happen. So go out there and make it happen. Love every single one of you. Have a great day, and let's promote for our regional that's coming up a week from today. Have a great day, guys.